Ms. Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 13 months into the Trump administration, and this committee has failed to hold one hearing or one open investigation to hold this president accountable. It makes you wonder, are we the Oversight Committee or the Overlook Committee? Because there is no shortage of matters that demand our attention. I can share a few that come to mind. This is a president who has turned the White House into an ATM. And in Trump's Washington, the fastest path to a pardon or a position is to donate to Trump's ballroom or inauguration. Last year, the Trump family added billions to its net worth through pay-for-play schemes and corrupt deals. Last month, the president surged ICE into Minneapolis in an abusive operation that led to American deaths and repeated violations of constitutional rights under the First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendments. Also last month, the administration struck shady oil deals after the administration invaded Venezuela. 2 weeks ago, the president blocked a Michigan bridge from opening after he was reportedly lobbied by a wealthy businessman who owns a competing bridge. Last week, the president launched a war on Iran without the consent of Congress, without an imminent threat to our safety, and without any plan presented to the American people. And right now, hour by hour, this administration is engaging in an active and egregious cover-up of the Epstein files. Yet today, my colleagues on the other side of the aisle are once again showing they are more interested in partisan politics than good governance. If you are serious about fraud, you investigate it, you prosecute it, you strengthen safeguards to prevent it. What you don't do is weaponize it. You don't denigrate entire communities with racist smears. You don't unleash abusive enforcement actions that undermine trust and due process. You don't illegally cut off all Medicaid funding, which will lead to innocent and sick Americans dying. And you don't fire inspector generals and push out career prosecutors actively working to defeat that fraud. So, A.G. Ellison, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Minnesota has at least 6 prosecutors resign due to the chaos ICE has caused. Can you briefly describe how these resignations have affected our ability to prosecute fraud?
Thank you, Congresswoman. And in fact, it's a great deal more than six prosecutors. It's many more than that. In fact, one of the prosecutors who resigned in protest was one of the ones who helped to lead the prosecution of the Feeding Our Future defendants. 57 have been convicted. So the loss of those people is dramatically harming our effort to prosecute fraud, because in Minnesota, we have 87 county attorneys. The AG does Medicaid fraud, and the federal government prosecutes fraud that is germane in its jurisdiction. It operates as a web together. So it's not like the feds are doing it and nobody else is. They're doing the ones they're supposed to do. We're doing the ones we're supposed to do, and the counties are doing the ones they're supposed to do. If you take the feds out, that leaves an enormous gap, and it means, and criminals are shrewd. I mean, the reality is that fraudsters are pretty smart, and some of them are clever and know that if there's no federal, the prosecutors' numbers are depleted, you're going to see worse behavior. And I do fear that, which is one of the reasons why we need to pass stronger legislation in Minnesota to help my office prosecute Medicaid fraud.